Hello everybody, this is Richie with vinyl video number 18. Whenever I make these videos, I always make mistakes, and I usually don't worry about it, but in my last one I pronounced the name of the band wrong. They're the Twinkies, not the Twinkers, from Northern California, and it did come with this insert that I didn't show, but I thought I'd correct myself there. They're a band from Northern California. Also, as I was going, I gave a lot of shout outs on my last video, and as I was going through the records, I'm kind of thinking to myself, how come this record isn't on here? I meant to put this album on there. This was the album I picked. I won Tim Allen's 100 Subs contest, and the record I picked was Nuggets Volume 3, The Pop. I have the Volume 1, which was Hits, Volume 2, it was Punk, and Volume 6, which was Punk, and I didn't have 3, 4, and 5, so I got this. Really liked the album. These are the songs that are on there. It's really cool. I like it. It's got this rhino inner sleeve. This came out in 1984. And this is what the label looks like. I want to give a shout out to Tim Allen. I meant to on my last video. Check his channel out. I made a Cramps video not long ago, and I had seen this album, this record out there. It's the Cramps, the 1976 demo sessions, and I never really picked it up. I was very leery on what it would sound like, and I recently saw it on YouTube, and I gave it a listen. I go, that's worth buying. That's what the back looks like. Really cool pictures of the band, early pictures of the band, with Miriam there. She's the female drummer. Brian Gregory's sister. Another cool shot of the early shot of the band. It's pretty raw, they weren't as, let's just say this, from 76 77, they must have practiced a lot, because they got a lot better. And Nick Knox is 10 times the drummer that Miriam is. Kind of like the Beatles, you know. As soon as Ringo joined, they took off. It's on black vinyl. And it's in there very tight. I should have taken that off. It's pretty good. The reason I was really reluctant to get it is I had that How to Make a Monster double CD, and it had like some 76 rehearsals, and it's not that they just were really badly recorded, and that's what I thought this might be, and it isn't. These were definitely in a studio, you can tell, and it's kind of interesting to see early takes on I Was a Teenage Werewolf and Sunglasses After Night. It's pretty cool. Okay, the next one, for most people it's not a grail. For me, it's a big time grail. It's the only album by this band that I did not have. Red Cross Phase Shifter. Came out in 1993. Yeah, this is it. This is my grail right here. This is the back. Great songs on this, man. It starts out with Jimmy's Fantasy. Great song. I mean, all the songs on here are pretty much, there aren't any bad songs on this album. It's a pretty heavy rocking album. This came out in 1993, I probably said, and it's on This Way Up Records. The one before this one, Third Eye, was kind of had some power popping, and this album here, it has maybe one song that leans that way. This is the inner sleeve. This is a really cool lineup on the band. I saw this lineup once, I believe, and they were really cool. They were 5 pieces. They had a female keyboardist in the band then. And this is the back side. Got some information, the band members' names and whatnot. And this is what the label looks like. Red Cross, phase shifter. Man, I was happy with joy when I got that one, boy. Yeah, that completes my Red Cross. So I don't know, maybe I'll make a Red Cross video now, you know, like I did the Cramps. I got some pretty good stuff of theirs. This next band, Sweetwater. That was beat up a bit. Let's see. Beat up a bit. This came out in 1968. They were a psychedelic rock, folk, fusion type band. They didn't really use guitars. They used a lot of other instruments. They didn't really have guitars in the music. Maybe some acoustic guitar here and there. But the clips I've seen of them on stage, they weren't using guitars at all. They were the first band that was scheduled to open up Woodstock, but there were some shenanigans that went on backstage involving the police, I guess, and I don't know if it had other record labels involved or whatnot. They got delayed. Richie Havens got to open the concert. They were the first band. They came on after him. But this is the story of this band is very tragic. They were on the Red Skelton show, and 3 days after they were on that nationally broadcast show, Nancy Nevins, the singer of the band, was in a terrible car accident. I believe it was a drunk driver hit their car, and as a result of the accident, she got brain damage, and she wasn't able to sing. It's on the reprise. Like I said, this is their first album, and they had some material with her, like about half a dozen songs recorded. They put those songs on their second album. They were just hoping for her to get better, and it never really happened until years later. And they did come out with a third album, which Nancy is not on. Sweetwater. This one's called Melon, and this one is a little more funky than that first one. It has more of a funky sound, and it's pretty good though. Sweet Watermelon. I mean, when I come across their second album, I will pick it up. But that song that just played, that was For Pete's Sake, and it's off the album, and it's kind of that first album's kind of that hippie sound. I like it. It's a pretty good album. They were invited to the second Woodstock they had in '94, was it, or something like that, 25-year anniversary, and they opened up that. They actually did open up that concert, and I think the band's, or what's left of the band, is still together. So I mean, she was able to get her voice back eventually. This next one here is Blues Magoo's Psychedelic Lollipop. This is their first album. I had shown their second album. They're a band out of the Bronx. This came out in 1966. This is on Mercury. This is the mono. This has got some really good songs on here. We Ain't Got Nothing Yet, which was their biggest hit. I believe that was a top 10 song in the U.S. Tobacco Road, a really good version of Tobacco Road. It's like a 4.5-minute song. It's got I'll Go Crazy is a good song. Sometimes I Think About and She's Coming Home. All really good songs. Even though the name of the album is Psychedelic Lollipop, and this was pretty early use of the word psychedelic, 1966. It's not a psychedelic album. It's a garage. It's more garage than psychedelic, and it's on this Mercury label. Good album. Most people that know garage 60s music, they know this. I was kind of reluctant to show this album because I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name. I always just call him the dude from Weather Report. He's from Austria. Zawinula. I don't know. Joseph Zawinula. Excellent album. This is a great album. Like I said before, him and Wayne Shorter are the founding members of Weather Report. Got a version of In a Silent Way on here. This is a great album. In fact, there's even a note on here from Miles. Zawinula is extending the thoughts that we both had for years, and probably the thoughts that most so-called now musicians have not yet been able to express. Pretty true. It's a great album. It's on Atlantic Records. Very good album, man. Highly recommended. And this is the inner sleeve, the Atlantic inner sleeve. It's right here. This is an album I used to have too. Eddie Harris. There was a point where Eddie Harris, he came out with some really cool. There's some good albums on this. King Crimson, Zeppelin. This is a pretty cool inner sleeve. This next band, they're from Pittsburgh.
Brainwashed by the Bible. I admit it all.
Yeah. We all know I love punk. Os Rotten, The Rotten Agenda. Pretty disturbing album cover. This is the back. That's hot. This opens up into a giant poster, which I'm not going to show. Pretty disturbing. Pretty disturbing poster, and the album cover. Penis is nailed onto a cross. Political type band, you know, those typical. Two lead singers. This album came out in 2001. And as you all know, this shit makes me want to bounce off the walls. Os Rock out of Pittsburgh. Take care, guys and gals.